biggest challenge we had was we're bringing a product to market that has never existed before. So that was hard. It's hard to get something that's not in the market to get traction with that. It's hard to get it developed. It's a physical product, so manufacturing is a beast. I never want to manufacture again, but now I'm stuck, so I will be manufacturing. But every day I wake up like I'm not manufacturing today. I'm not talking to China, I'm not doing it. So that's really hard, and we've gone through so many iterations of our product. I think other than that, one thing I will say is that we had, and we still have a social mission, and we're very geared towards educating girls. It's the most important thing. I tell people, you know, at the end of the day, we're about education, so it's very important to us that these girls actually learn something. And I think when you have a social mission, if people don't get the mission or don't buy into the mission, it's hard to get support. And so I love the fact that this is now becoming a bigger issue and a trend, but when I started this company, it wasn't. And it was really hard. I remember I would be pitching at business school and other places, and people were like, no, we want to do a running app. And I'm like, no, this is so important. And now it's this huge thing, but it was really hard in the beginning when people did not buy into the concept or didn't see the importance of it to get that kind of support. And so thankfully the trends have changed and now we have that, but it wasn't easy in the beginning. And so I'll say that whatever you do, even if it's not a social business, people actually have to buy into what you're trying to do, the problem you're trying to solve, and you have to think it's important. And that's huge.
And you have to be the person that can say, okay, I have this mission that I want to reach, and I don't know shit about what I'm going to do to make this bracelet, because I've never been in manufacturing, I'm assuming.
No.
But I am going to figure it out. Yeah. So how did you figure it out?
I'll be really honest. It was a lot of late nights Googling. The first bracelet I have a picture on my phone, I save it. The first bracelet that we had, we 3D printed it ourselves. We stood over a printer for like 24 hours. This bracelet came out. It was completely, I mean, it wasn't even a bracelet. You couldn't put your hand through it. It was so bad. And I keep that picture because that wasn't even a year ago. So to get this far, it's really been a journey, but it's also been a lot of work. And I will say that one thing that I think has helped is that we all are just learning, so we just like to learn. I like to learn, so it's helped me tremendously. I have soldered, I have 3D printed, I have learned a little bit of Chinese. I have done whatever I had to do to make this work. And I think that's important. I also will say, especially as a woman, it's important to know every aspect of your business at least a little bit so that you can go into a room and negotiate correctly and understand what people are telling you, the timeline, et cetera. I would talk to an engineer and I know what it costs to build these parts. I know the timeline it should be because I've learned a little bit about it. Or I'll go to a developer and I'll say, look, this should be this or that. And I have a sense of how long it will take or how much I should be charged or what the work is really because I've just had my hands in all of it. And so I think that really helps you in a business sense, really be able to be really savvy because no one can tell you, you know your product, you know your business, then you can really negotiate and really come to the table knowledgeable.